Farmers, it's Tuesday the 10th of September and we're back with some mods. So first up is Fancy Doghouse. This is by Nailu, 1.66 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it in a construction menu and under animals and others. And obviously it's a doghouse, 1,199 to buy. It's got a little bit of decoration on the roof. I mean, you've got the usual thing on the go. I mean, to be fair, it's all the way over there, the dog. Gypsy. Come on, dog. Gypsy, over here. No, hold on, mate. What if... I feel the ball up. It's coming now. Its food's out. Dear, oh dear. Obviously, you've got the usual shenanigans on the go. You can pick up the ball and all that sort of thing. So there you are. What about there? So we've got food and we got the ball. What's it going to go for? Food, obviously. Why would you pick the ball if there's munch on the go? Ah, that's all right, though. I mean, obviously, you can only place one down on a map at any given point, mind you. But still, you all right? How you doing? You're a little bit of a pet. Ah, that's it. Bit of belly scratch time. Oh, fair enough. Right, next up is Old Stone Building and Sheep Barn. This is by Gwendol, 35.67 megabyte of the download. And you're going to find him in a construction menu. And first off, the first two is going to be under buildings and sheds. So we'll scroll along. There we are. So we've got two versions. We've got an old shed, which is actually that one, because I placed them down in different order. We've then got this one for £5 extra. So 25 grand for the first one. 30 for this one, which is going to be a auto load for your pallets and bales, 225 pieces. Then we'll come over here because they've all got the same building, let's face it. And then we got that there. So we go into animals and obviously under sheep, 30 grand to place down, 60 sheep. Right, no problem. So open up that door. Obviously this is the auto loads, you can't go inside. Right, fair enough. All these doors do open, mind you. Right, but we can't go in. So, right, we'll go to the one we can actually go in. There you are. So we'll open up that one. So once you're inside, nice big bit of space. Drive-through options on the go down this end. And you've got side doors if you want to use those. I mean, you could put like pallets and bales and small pieces of equipment and machinery on the sides. I like it. Nice little place to be in, that is. And over here, we've got the sheep barn. So obviously, sheep out in the pasture. We'll then come in here like that, open up that door. Inside here, it's going to be your food going in, and then your wool pallet spawn point's just there. And we come out of this side, like that. There's your animal dialogue box. Does the gates open, actually? They look like gates. Oh, there you are. Open up the gate. Actually, no, shut the gate. Don't want them little, what are we going to call them? Don't want them lamb shanks running down the road. Oh, that's all right. I mean, the buildings look great. I mean, you've got the side pieces there, and obviously the scattered stonework in there. And you don't have to put water in, because obviously it's a building. And they come fully plumbed in. We've got a light switch here. Let's give that a go. Oh, there you are. Turn the lights on. See what you're doing in the dark nights. Yeah, very nice. Right, next up is GDR Office Building. This is by Agua Modding, Ostershen and Eddie Muir. 6.58 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it in the construction menu and under buildings and farmhouses. Because yes, it's got a little sleep trigger on it, which is all right indeed. So 25 grand to place down, nice and cheap. Got a bit of decoration up front, so a little bit of a rusty old bike. Flower pots, wheelie bins for obviously chucking your rubbish out. Well, they're both recycling. What about your general waste? Does that go in there? Oh, fair enough. So you got the sleep trigger just there for you. And you got your wardrobe trigger on the end. Now you can't go in a building. It is what it is. So it's just a decoration thing. But what you can do is when you're placing it down, you can actually change the colour. I mean, there's not that many. Don't get me wrong. Right on the D-pad. So you got three. So you got white, yellow, and then brown. Obviously match it up with the rest of your buildings on your farm. That's alright, that is. Right, next up is Package of Small Grain Silos. This is by Bart, 25.62 megabyte on the download. You're going to find him in a construction menu, and the first light is going to be under buildings and silos. So scroll along to find these. There you are. So the first one is going to be your 30-ton silo, and that's going to hold 30,000 litres of your crop, 12 grand. We then got the slightly smaller one, 20-ton silo, so 20,000 litres for 9 grand. Then we go up to silo extensions, and obviously we've got the matching ones. So we've got a 20,000 litre, 20-ton extension just there for 6 grand. And then for the 30 ton, it's going to cost you 9 grand. So 30,000 litres on that one. Now, what you can do, obviously you got your loading in point, you got your taking out point, no problem. You come up to these little hatch marking areas, fold the blower. Why not? And then this one, fold the auger. Now they look the same, apart from the hatch marking areas, mind you, but yeah, you could get the stuff out of the way. That's all right. I mean, unfold it. No collision, mind you. Interesting, but that's still A's, though. That's still A's. I mean, have it out, put it away, entirely up to you. I like them. Nice little set of silos. And next up is the gooseneck hitch adapter with bale spike. This is by Mac Trucker 921, 0.94 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under miscellaneous. Now, it starts off very cheap. 300 to buy. That's all right indeed. That's for the gooseneck only version. Obviously, it mounts to the 3-point on your tractor, so front or back, whichever one you're going for. You can then have a ball hitch as well. You can then have a pin hitch if you wanted it. You can then have bale spikes and then back to the gooseneck. Now, you have got the option of tension belts, yes or no. And we'll come back to that in a little bit. You come down the chassis colour. Oh, indeed. Oh, indeed. Yes. Yes. Why not? I will put the bale spikes back on because you have got a colour option for those. I mean, you go for whichever one you want. Let's face it. So we'll go with red. Red chrome. Why not? Now, I do have a little bit of an issue with it, to be fair. Because, yeah, it's great. We can lower it down. It's not a problem. You can obviously move it up and down on its own as well if you want to do a bit of manual adjustment. But the problem is, well, the problem that I'm having with it is if you come to the bale, there you are, 3,500 litres of silage, great, lift it up, it sort of slides off. Now you have obviously got the option of putting the tension belts on, and you can even come over here and doing it at the side, there you are. So we've got the option to unfasten tension belt, left stick in, fasten it on. It doesn't seem to go around the bale. Now this is the standard base game one. So I thought, okay, maybe it doesn't like those. I mean, it is sort of bouncing around like it is attached. But if you take a corner a bit too sharpish, yeah, you've lost your bale. Now, I went and got the liftable bales and tried it again. So we've got the sugar beet cut bale here. So again, we'll lower it down, spike it in, great, off we go, lift it up. There we are. So we'll fasten the tension belts. Oh, I need to get a new set of teeth. And we've got the same. It does tend to slide off the bale spike as you're going around the corner, but alright, fair enough. Maybe it needs a little bit of an update. I mean, the gooseneck, no problem. Has a little bale spike moving stuff around? Yeah, not a problem. It'll be alright. Just moving stuff around the yard. Strapping them down. Alright, fair enough indeed. Now, it does also say can be configured on the fly with bale spikes, pin hitch, ball hitch, and no lower hitch, with no need to go to the vehicle shop for configuration. I'm going through all these menus and I don't see an option on how you can change it. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with that. I mean, maybe that's, I mean, there is a PC version out as well. Maybe that's just they put the same description on both. It's like even there. I mean, you can pick it up. I mean, I've got another one here without the bale spikes on. You can pick it up, no problem. But there's still no option to change what it is. Alright, fair enough. Right, next up is Lizard Self-Made Weight. This is by Vulex, 0.84 megabyte on the download. And as you can imagine, you're going to find it under weights. Now, the name is 1,000 kilo. Although it says 100 kilo on the old weight. That's probably a typo, I'd imagine. 500 to buy, so it's nice and cheap. Obviously, it mounts to your 3-point, no problem. And it's got a little bit of a trailer hitch on it. So you can do a little bit of a towing behind as well. Oh, very nice. Right, next up is the BLM4. This is by Minrosed, 3.89 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under levelers. Now, it's got a 4 meter working width, 5,100 to buy. You know, 4 meters, that's all right in a bunker silo. Yeah, I mean, you don't want to be having too wide. You know, you're just going to be smashing into the sides all the time. But all right, fair enough. You've got the option of extensions, yes or no. So it puts those bits on like that. Main colour, it's going to be your main colour. Secondary colour is going to be the bottom bit. And then extension colour is obviously going to be the extensions. Oh, that's all right, that is. I mean, obviously, this is going to be used when you're in your bunker silo, smashing up stuff, getting your chaffage done. But all right, fair enough. Right, next up is Lizard Old Tanker. This is by Death Pledge, 5.49 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under animals. Now, is it an old tanker? Yes. Very rusty. That looks ace. It's going to do your water, your milk, your liquid fertilizer, and your herbicide. 30,000 litres. That's all right. Not bad for the size at all. £9.5 grand to buy. Got the option of Trelleborg, BKT, Raderstein, back to Trelleborg. I've got some wides. That looks ace, actually. Old school trailer, old school tanker, bit rusty, with some little bit chunky tyres on. Why not? Rim colour is obviously going to be your rims, so we're gonna have to go with the metallic pink. Oh, why not? Actually, that looks all right. Oh, I like that. Right, next up is the Lizard Agricultural Machinery. This is by Dexo Matixo, 7.54 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it under cultivators. Now, it's called the Vertical Spring. 70 horsepower requirement from your tractor, 2.3 metre working width, 8 mile an hour working speed, 15.5 grand to buy. The only option is to change the main colour. So we'll go for green. Why not? Something a little different. Sort of like class green, that is. I mean, to be fair, a cultivator, fairly simple piece of equipment. That looks all right. Right, next up is the Lizard U7411. This is by Castan 18 and Pozcap. 5.68 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under disc harrows. Now, this requires 80 horsepower from your tractor, 3 metre working width, 9 mile an hour working speed, 10.5 grand. You've got the option of shaft 1, 2, or 1. Oh, it's at the back. Right, you've got a roller cage, or you got some, let's face it, teeths. Oh, I like that. It looks proper mean. You then got Hydro Pack, yes or no. So you can have like 2 jobs in one. So you get this down first, and then have a little bit of a cedar on the back, maybe. That's all right. That's all right indeed. Obviously, 3 metre working width, going to be for your small farming shenanigans. But to be fair, that looks all right. Right, next up is the Rabe RKE 250-300. This is by Jonas, 8.91 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them under Power Harrows. So we've got the RKE 250. This requires 75 horsepower from your tractor, 2.5 metre working width, 7 mile an hour working speed, 8,900 to buy. You then got the options of no 3-point linkage. Oh, that puts it on the back. So that's another 2 jobs in one. That's all right. Vice triangle? Where's the triangle? Is it that bit in the middle? All right, fair enough. Or nothing. Although, what does the triangle do? Not quite sure, but all right, fair enough, fair enough. It looks all right. Rabe Werk. Rabe Werk? Are they German? If it's German, the W is pronounced like a V, but okay, fair enough. Looks all right. Now, if you're thinking 2.5 metres, a little bit too small for my liking, well, they've got a little bit bigger version. The RKE 300. As the name suggests, 3 metre working width, 90 horsepower requirement, 7 mile an hour working speed, 12,250. You then got the option of 3-point, vice triangle, or nothing. They're all right. Power harrows. Get a little bit job done in the field. Right, next up is the Convio Flex 1080 Custom. This is by Han47, 14.42 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under harvester headers. Now, as the name would suggest, 10.8 metre working width, 6 mile an hour working speed, 68.5 grand to buy. You got the option of design, class, Case IH, Fendt, John Deere, Massey Ferguson, New Holland, class US, no brand, or back to the original class. Then you got your options of changing your colour up, so obviously match it up with whatever you've gone for. Then you got your side covers. It's going to be, we'll go red on those. Well, not. You then got your reel, so that's going to be, we'll go for blue. Does the reel. Rim colour is obviously going to be your rims on the wheels, and the side cover, I haven't really picked a good. There you are. You can see the colours a little bit better now. To be fair, with those colours, you're sort of like a New Holland sort of thing. That's better. That's better indeed. Yeah, and what's great about this as well is obviously it's got the attached trailer, the inbuilt trailer. So, you don't have to mess around and squeezing it down some roads or putting it on the back of a trailer or whatever. It's got it built in. Oh, fair enough. And the last mod for the day is the Lizard TM2200R. This is by Fritz, 18.68 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under small tractors. Now, you've got the TM2200R, 2200R, that's a better way of saying it. 30 horsepower from the engine, 20 litre fuel tank, 24 mile an hour top speed, 16 grand. Although we have got an optional extra of 200 on the colour. They're all 200, so it's not an optional extra if they all cost the same. But all right, fair enough. You then got Michelin, Trelleborg, BKT, Mitas, or back to Michelin on the tyres. You then come down the chassis. So we've got the option of rigid chassis, tilting chassis, or rigid. Now, this does become very apparent in a minute. You then got your main colour, which is obviously going to do the main colour. Rim colour is obviously going to be your rims. Yeah, a little articulating tractor thing. That's all right. Now, depending on which one you've gone for, you've got your rigid chassis or your tilting chassis. You've got these two backs. Now, obviously, as the name suggests, the rigid chassis goes with the rigid and the tipping goes with the tipper. Right, no problem. So the rigid chassis, it starts off 3.5 grand. Again, same colour option, which is always going to cost you 200, but all right, fair enough. Bale trailer again, bale trailer again. Capacity of 2200. Transport for silage, which is 4,400 litres. And then back to bale trailer. Obviously, you've got your main colours, which match up with your vehicle. And then you can go for the tipper body. Now, again, 2,200 to start with. 200 on the colour option. They're all going to cost you 200. Why not put it as the base price? Just saying. You then can change it to 4,200. 4,200 grape only. And then a bale trailer. Then back to 2,200. So you've got that one there. You can only use grapes on that. And that one you can use all sorts. Right, just be careful with which one you're going for. But that being said, that's a great little thing. Oh, I like it. A few updates as well. It's got Bergen Landkreis by Nop82 and Otter Petterly, no modding. Now, you don't need a new save on that one, so that's all right. We got Rayback by Kazi. Now, you do need a new save on that one. Got St. Cali by Kazi. Now, you also need a new save on that one as well. Got the Steyr Series 80 by Agra Design Austria. Got E-Tunnel Straight Leg L Arc by DD Mod Passion. And we've got the Modern Pigsty by 750 Ti Modding.